We have Bridgitta Weidner of Bridgitta Designs, and I'm really excited to have her because she is running her own business and she's an amazing designer. I always see her projects online and they're gorgeous, stunning. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me and the kind words. I appreciate
Of course,
it.
of course. So, what we kind of talked just a little bit earlier, what makes your style and your approach unique or different than other designers?
For me, it's hard to compare, but I know that for me, my clientele is majority builders, developers, flippers, and then I have my personal clientele, homeowners doing renovations and things like that. So my main focus is new construction, tear downs, flips. I do interior design as far as furniture planning, but that's a little bit secondary for me. My main focus is, the construction aspect and picking all the finishes, layouts, design and all that. I'm super passionate about it. I feel like I have an upper hand a little bit because when I'm working with the developers and builders, I also have the experience with the clients knowing what they want and what they're looking for in order to put that into a home that everybody's going to want and hopefully be fighting over and getting, top dollar for. For me, I get inspired by each project. If it's a Spanish home, it's century modern, craftsman. I get inspired by that and I kind of want to bring it back to life and, kind of do, modern craftsman or, I really love mid-century modern.
That's my
But I
favorite
do, yes,
too.
I do lots of modern farmhouse. I feel like it's hard for me to pinpoint the one style that I like because I do like so much and I do so many different styles. And I really try and just create the house for what it's supposed to be. And then also with my clients, what they're trying to achieve, but don't have the vision for. I usually ask them for maybe just a few inspiration pictures. So at least I get an idea of what they like. And then I can bring it together for what their house has and needs and kind of bring it all to fruition better than they expected.
hmm And you've worked with some higher profile clients in Los Angeles area as well,
Yes,
and in
yes,
Palm Springs too, right?
yes. So I did Candace Parker. She's a really famous basketball player, super, super nice. I actually furnished her whole entire brand new build house, and we're still working together. And yeah, I feel like you have to get along with your clients too, obviously. You have to have kind of like a good rapport, and you have to have some sort of a like a good connection. You need to be able to communicate, and I can usually I have a good time, an easy time talking to my clients and trying to, because a lot of them don't know what they want, and trying to get them to that point of figuring out exactly pinpointing their style and
hmm
bringing it to fruition. And just like with my uh, flip houses and things like that, I like to visit them, and then I immediately get oh, this is what I see, this color, or this layout, or, these finishes. And for me, each home is an art piece, 100%. So it's my
Love
own
it.
little, piece of art. And I really put a lot of heart into it. And I just really want my clients to be happy. And with my investors, my goal is to obviously have a fantastic product and for it to sell for more than they, expected and for, everybody to just love it.
hmm No, I love that. You're very vested in what you do, and I think
For
that's
sure.
important for the client too.
Yes.
And you kind of already mentioned you working with regular consumer buyers as well as developers. What are your clients looking for? Are they usually looking for more open concept, like kitchens that are bigger? Are they looking for more green appliances, modern features?
Mhm.
What is happening right now, I guess, with interior
I work
design?
in so many different areas and so many different types of clients and, builders. And I feel like the area does dictate that a little bit. But my clients definitely, I would say, want things more open, less, clutter, more open, just big, bright, clean, and yeah, whatever walls we can remove. A lot of clients, and I know you had mentioned before timeless design.
Mhm.
Um, the natural wood tones. Everybody's really, really liking that. And white, it never goes out of style. So
Hmm.
for me, it's a balance, you don't want to have too much of one thing or the other. It's kind of like bringing it all together and making it flow.
Hmm. So what would you say? So you mentioned a couple of features, but what would you say are timeless? White, wood features, what else
Mhm.
is coming back even?
I know we were talking about earlier too, a lot of the neutral tones. I mean,
Hmm.
even like travertine, where people are ripping that out, it's a little bit more of an updated, kind of look. But yeah, like the beiges and griges, creams, and just kind of almost monochromatic a little bit. It does bring like a good feeling. Like,
Hmm.
even when you see, a lot of people are posting reels and things, it does bring like a nice feeling, but I still like a lot of black too. I still use that a lot in my designs. It's dramatic, but it just has like a good feeling, it gives a little bit of flair and style. So I like mixing the two.
Hmm. It's interesting because you did mention also depends on the area because in
Yes.
Palm Springs, the mid-century
Yes.
modern is very popular and colors are very
Hmm.
popular too. So
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm out there, I see some very unique designs,
Oh, I love it.
patterns and
Yeah.
textures that you put together
Yeah.
that you wouldn't think about.
Yeah. If you didn't put a lot of color, well, I don't want to say that, but it does still depend on the house. But yes, Palm
Hmm.
Springs, you need to put color. Like the house I just finished, is bright yellow front door and black hardware, and
Hmm. Hmm.
it's just the style out there.
It's fun.
Whereas maybe I'm not going to do that in like a Sherman Oaks.
Right, 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 right. Right. Totally
Um,
understand.
Yes. So usually, obviously I take into consideration because I do interior, exterior, everything. Usually when I do a project, I have my hands in everything, hardscaping, landscaping, everything. Because for me, the whole entire house needs to flow and make sense. And, you don't want it to feel disconnected. So, I do look at the neighborhood and what kind of, it calls for and what people are looking for in that area. And I've been doing this so long that I know, like there's a difference between Sherman Oaks and Silver Lake. And there, I work in West Adams also, and Altadena, Pasadena. It's, like because in LA you have so many different older style homes, Spanish, craftsmen, and people don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah,
They don't want to turn that house into, like a modern box,
right.
so you can bring it up to date and modernize it, but it's, you know, you're not going to get rid of that style. So for me, I try and, keep the house and keep kind of the bones of it, but updating it.
Right. It respects the original character and the
Yes. Yeah.
intent and the creation of that house. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame sometimes when you see an older home and then you walk in and it looks like just any other cookie cutter, home, when really
Yeah.
there's some unique things about it that could be retained. So that's the
Exactly.
value. That's the value.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I really would love to do a design podcast because
Yeah.
I'm so
Totally.
passionate about it and I love hearing
Yeah.
of everything you've been talking about. So thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's
Thank you
kind of
for having
short,
me.
of course, and I'm going to share your information because I'm sure people
Okay.
have more questions and probably want some personal advice as to their
Sure.
designing. So you can see Bridgitta's information at the end of this video. Thank you guys. Thank you,
Thank
Bridgitta.
you.